Hey guys, Justin here with AmericanMuscle.com, and today we're taking a closer look at and installing the MBRP 3-inch Armor Plus catback, available for all 2009 to 2014 Challengers. Now, the Armor Plus system that we have here today will be the company's middle-of-the-road offering, boasting that 409 grade stainless steel throughout, along with a corresponding lifetime warranty and a modest bump in sound over your stock system, all for south of $1,000. So let's just jump right into the sound clips you guys can expect here with the MBRP bolted up. And as I just mentioned at the top of this video, yes, you're gonna be getting that iconic muscle car tone, that deep tone overall, but one that's not gonna be crazy loud. In fact, I would say certainly one of the deeper sounding systems out there, but only marginally louder than your stock exhaust. So what does this all mean at the end of the day? Well, breaking out my wake to neighbor scale, I'm gonna go soft 3 out of 5 here on my 1 to 5, or again, 1 to wake to neighbor scale. Certainly is deeper, it certainly is louder, but I don't know if it's as loud as a lot of people might expect given the muffler included here with this system. Now, because this is a deeper sounding system overall, there is a little bit of presence inside the car while cruising, but not nearly as much as some of your more aggressive systems that you'll find here in the category. Now, moving into construction, and as I did mention earlier, guys, this system, the Armor Plus, is gonna live kind of in that middle of the hierarchy, if you will, between the Armor Light on the lower end, and then you have the Armor Pro on the higher end. Now, the difference between the system is the materials. Now, the Armor Plus here, again, is 409 grade stainless steel, essentially middle of the road material between the 304 grade stainless on the higher end, and then you have that aluminized steel on the lower end, kind of your more budget-friendly material. 409, still gonna be great at resisting corrosion long term, and because of that, you are getting a limited lifetime warranty along with this system, which is always nice to point out. Now, aside from your materials here, guys, you are getting 3-inch mandrel bent tubing, along with these long bullet style mufflers here, which will do a great job of increasing the volume ever so slightly while not allowing things to get too rowdy or out of hand. Factory style location for all of your hangers here. And then of course, this particular system does include the squared off tips here, which will fill out the factory location pretty nicely. Now, because we are dealing with the Armor Plus here, guys, and it is a full stainless steel build, it will be a bit more money compared to maybe a fully aluminized steel system, which is, again, more of a budget-friendly material. However, you don't necessarily get the corrosion resistance like you would using the full stainless steel material here. Overall, still very affordable in my opinion, guys. Again, coming in right around 900 bucks, that low $900 ballpark for a full stainless steel system backed by a lifetime warranty. It is pretty rarefied air to find something that checks all of those boxes at that price point. Last but not least here, guys, getting into our installation portion of the video. And install of most catbacks, including this one, gonna get a solid 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter and take you a couple of hours to complete from start to finish, just because all of your work, of course, is done underneath the car. But now we're gonna throw it out to the guys in the shop for our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
The tools you're gonna need for this install include an impact, a hanger removal tool, an extension, a 15 and a 13 millimeter socket, a swivel socket, an 8 millimeter Allen socket, a lift and pull jacks, or jack and jack stands. What's up, guys? Today we're gonna be installing an exhaust on our Challenger, but before we get started, you're gonna watch a short video on how to uninstall your stock components, and I'll meet you back here for the install.
First step here, I'm gonna grab my impact gun, an extension, and a 13mm socket, and I'm actually gonna remove the hanger isolators directly from the frame, unbolting them from the vehicle, rather than using a removal tool and popping the isolators out. So we're gonna keep them all in one piece attached to the exhaust and just remove them from the frame. So I go straight above the muffler, there's one behind it and one in front of it by the tips. Now when you do the second one, you want to make sure you have a hand on the muffler because it's going to want to drop down a little. All right, now we can do the same thing on the other side. So now you can grab a hanger removal tool and head back toward the middle section of your exhaust here. Now on the driver's side, you have this flex tube. Directly above that, there's a hanger into the isolator. I'm actually gonna pop this guy out. Now, as you're doing this, before you finish up removing the exhaust, it's a good idea to have a pole jack in place or a jack stand or something similar, maybe even a hydraulic jack, just to support the middle weight of the exhaust as you remove it. Now, if you have a helping hand during these final stages of unclamping it from the front of the vehicle, that goes a long way, so I'm gonna grab a buddy to hold the tips while I remove the front, and we can drop it all in one piece. Now you can grab your 15mm deep socket and loosen up the two clamps holding them to your cat pipes.
All right guys, so before we jump into the install, we have to do one more thing. We have to remove these two isolators on both sides. And to do that, you can grab a 13mm socket to remove that bolt. Now you can take our 13mm socket and remove this bolt. Now you can repeat that process on the other side. All right guys, so the first step of the install, you're gonna throw those 2.5-inch clamps over the outlet. We're gonna install our X pipe here. So we're gonna slide that in, like so. Then you're gonna grab a 15mm socket and we're gonna snug these two clamps up. Now we'll tighten these up with a 15mm socket. So our next step, we're gonna grab our chrome resonators. We're gonna throw that 3-inch clamp over top, slide that into our pipe. Grab that 15mm socket, and we're gonna snug up our clamp. Now you repeat that process on this side. Next is gonna be our tailpipes. So we're gonna throw that 3-inch clamp over the outlet. Now we're gonna slide this into our resonator. We're gonna push up and we're gonna get this hanger into the isolator. You can push in and twist, which will make it go a little easier. Now we can tighten our clamp down with that 15mm socket. Now you can repeat that process on this side. All right guys, so before we attach our muffler, we have to install our new exhaust hangers. They're gonna thread into the original locations. So we're just gonna thread these in. And just snug that up by hand. We're gonna do the same for the one that's closest to the bumper. We can remove the hardware. All right guys, so before we attach our muffler, we're gonna slide our 3-inch clamp over. Now we can slide it into the pipe. We can line our brackets up with our hangers. Now we can grab the hanger hardware, which is gonna be that washer, lock washer, and our nut. We're gonna do that same process for the rear hanger. Now we can tighten both of our hangers up with a 13mm socket and a swivel socket. Now you can take a 15mm socket and we're going to tighten up our clamp. And now you can repeat this process on the other side. All right guys, so we're in the home stretch. All we have to do is slide on our tips. Make sure we got that nice and lined up. Then you can take an 8mm Allen socket and we're going to tighten this clamp up. So now that your new exhaust is installed and lined up, you can go back through and tighten up all your clamps. Then your install will be complete. So that's going to wrap up the install on our MBRP XP Series catback exhaust for your 09 to 14 5.7 liter Hemi Challenger. Thanks for watching, and for all things Challenger, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.